Hello and welcome to Shamanic Journey for Personal Transformation. If you're here, please let me know in the chat so that I can see who is with me. I'm going to wait a minute or two to see if people join. So again, if you're here, let me know in the chat. And once I know that we have people here, I will get started. Alright, so I think we've got a few people here. I will go ahead and get started. I am new at doing Facebook Lives, so I'm going to be a little bit clunky today, and I apologize for that. I'm trying to find... I'm going to be a little bit clunky trying to see if I can see the comments today, and I apologize for that. On my phone here. I'm trying to find... okay, anyway, here we go. So, welcome to my group, Journey to Transformation with Kelly Melear-Hough Coaching. I am Kelly, and I am a transformational life coach and a shamanic practitioner. I incorporate shamanic tools into my coaching to help people find the clarity, confidence, and courage to create change in their lives so that they can live a life of more joy, abundance, and fulfillment. So today we're talking about shamanic journeying, and I'm not sure who we have here in the audience. I'm not really able to see the comments right now. So I'm thinking we probably have a mix of people. Some folks may have some experience. Okay, here we go. Okay, I see you guys now. Okay, so we've got Autumn, Lewis, Barbara, and Dawn. Great, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So this should be fun today. We're going to actually do a journey after I talk about journeying a little bit. So let me know in the comments if you have ever done a journey before. You can just put yes if you have. You can put no if you have not. That'll just give me a little bit to go on. Hi Anita. Hi Lois. So that Raina. Yeah. So that I know if you've ever journeyed before or not. Okay, so we do have some people who have never journeyed before. Great. Very good. Okay. So first, let me just do this. I like to do a land acknowledgement just to acknowledge the Native peoples who are the original caretakers of the land that I live on. I live in Knoxville, Tennessee, and this land traditionally was land of the Yuchi tribe, as well as surrounding areas were Cherokee and Shawnee. And as a shamanic practitioner, it's important to me to acknowledge that these people are the traditional current and future caretakers of this land, and I like to honor the spirits of the land and the ancestors, the ancestral spirits of the land who are still here and who we work with in shamanism. So it's important to me just to give that respect to the First Nations of this land. So that said, I will move along. The shamanism that I practice is kind of a mixture of what's known as core shamanism and Toltec shamanism and Celtic shamanism. So I have studied with various groups, including the Foundation for Shamanic Studies, which teaches core shamanism. Core shamanism is a term that was coined by Michael Harner. And Michael Harner was an anthropologist who's now deceased. He was an American, and he studied shamanism all around the world. And he actually went to South America and lived with the Shipibo tribe there and learned about shamanism firsthand. He also lived with and studied a group of indigenous people on the northwest coast of the United States. And he did extensive writing and came up with this model of shamanism called core shamanism that is kind of a conglomeration of core concepts that are common to most or all shamanic traditions around the world. And one of these is the journey, shamanic journey, that we're going to learn about today. And I've also studied with the Artists of the Spirit Coach Training Program, which is teaches in the Toltec tradition. The Toltec people are a people of Mexico. You may have heard of Don Miguel Ruiz, who wrote a book called The Four Agreements. He is Toltec, and he teaches Toltec philosophy. Most recently, I've started studying with a Celtic shaman and seer, and so I wanted to dive into that since I have Celtic ancestry primarily. And so I've been learning some really interesting things about ancient Celtic spiritual practices. A lot of that knowledge was unfortunately lost because, you know, the Celtic tribes were conquered pretty much by the Romans back around 0 AD, around that time. So, you know, those traditions are very old, and much of it was lost. But there's folklore, and there are writings from the early Christian monks that point to certain practices that the people in Britain, in the British Isles, before it was the British Isles, engaged in. And so I've been learning about that, and that's very interesting too. Okay, but today we're going to learn about the traditional shamanic journey. Alright, you might ask why. Why would I want to do a shamanic journey? And I'd like you to just kind of write in the comments why you're interested or what you hope to gain from this, just to let me know why you're here. So go ahead and write something there for me so I kind of know what people are hoping to gain today. Alright, so one of the things, one of the reasons to, really the main reason to journey is to create a connection with your personal spirit guides. In core shamanism, they're called compassionate helping spirits. And as you go on your journey, either to the upper world or the lower world, today you will have an opportunity to connect with a guide, one or more guides. The reason we do this is, traditionally in indigenous communities, the shamans of the communities were the priests and the healers, and they were the ones who had direct access to the spirit world, and this was really important because it helped them get information to help their communities, to heal their communities, to know when it was good to plant certain crops, where they should go to find animals for hunting, and those kinds of things. And today, as modern people, not living in that world, we can still use this as a spiritual tool to gain divine guidance directly from spirit for those important questions that we have that we need help with. Okay, so let me just check the comments here. Learn more about the guides. Okay. Learn and transform, healing. Great. Yes. Also, when you go on your shamanic journeys and you connect with guides, you can also get healing from your spirit guides, direct healing for you. And I have experienced this myself, so I can attest to that. All right, so now where do we go when we journey? We journey from ordinary reality, which is what we're in now. It's our normal waking state, the place where we exist most of the time when we're working and going about our daily tasks. But when we journey, we go to non-ordinary reality. Non-ordinary reality is where the spirits reside, and it is accessed through a meditative state. Okay, so in this meditative state, or we could call it shamanic consciousness, time slows down or speeds up. It's different from ordinary reality. Beings can appear suddenly or disappear suddenly. It's kind of like a dream state where you're awake, but things are happening kind of like they happen when you're dreaming. We use our imaginations as a conduit to get to non-ordinary reality. Okay, so any questions about this? And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how to get to non-ordinary reality shortly, so hang on. When we're in non-ordinary reality, we can travel to what is known as the upper world. And in the upper world, this is where we typically encounter beings that appear in a human-like form. Okay, they may appear as angels. They can appear as people that you know that have deceased. They can appear as guides, spiritual guides that you may have encountered in your upbringing, like say Mother Mary, if you're in the Christian tradition, Jesus. Really, they can appear as anyone. And when we go to the lower world, that is when we typically encounter the animal spirit beings. So you can encounter really any animal, and all of the animals that we encounter in the lower world that are spirit helpers have some kind of medicine or teaching, help, some sort of way of helping us that is valuable, right? So you know, you may go to the lower world wanting to connect with a certain animal that you feel a connection with. You know, for example, you know, it might be a horse, or it might be a lion or something like that. But don't be surprised if the animal that you connect with is something completely different that you would have never thought of, and that you don't necessarily think of as an animal that has anything to teach you. So for example, it could be a frog, or a lizard, or a tiny bird. It literally can be anything. So I'm just going to check the comments and see if anyone's got a question. So glad you all are here today. If you do have questions, please put them in the comments and I will try to get to them. Okay. Alright, so traditionally there are various ways to get into shamanic consciousness, which again is that meditative state that we need to be in order to access the spirit world. One of the ways that is becoming very popular, it seems now, is plant medicine, which is things like ayahuasca, mushrooms, and those kinds of hallucinogenic plants that, when you take them, put you into an altered state. That is not the kind of shamanism that I practice, and it's not what has been practiced traditionally and is practiced most widely around the world. Most people, when they journey, do not use plant medicine, and I'm not saying that it's bad or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's not used that frequently. What is used most frequently is some type of monotonous sonic driving. So a drumming, for example, drumming in a monotonous method. So boom, 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 without changing. Also, chanting is another way people access this state of mind. Listening to music can be another way. Even dancing, ecstatic dancing, certain types of dancing. The whirling dervishes come to mind, right? So that whirling around in circles until they get into like a trance state. So we need, there are three things we need to go on a journey. You need a way to get into this meditative state of mind, all right? And I am going to lead you through a meditation to get you into this state of mind today. I may do a little drumming as well. You can also do rattling. But I know that the drumming and the rattling do not always come through the computer. I think they get filtered out. So I'm going to lead you through a meditation to get you into that state. All right, that's the first thing you need. The second thing you need to do a shamanic journey is an intention. So with shamanism, we talk a lot about intentions. So I want you to think about this now. What would you like to get guidance on today in your shamanic journey? And see if you can form a question in your mind, or just jot it down if you've got something to write on. Form a question in your mind, not a yes or no question, but a question that you can ask your guide to give you guidance on. And the more specific you can be, the better. Right? So like, for example, you might journey and ask your guide for specific things that you can do to feel better. Maybe you're sick. Maybe you don't feel good. So ask your guide for specific things you can do today to feel better. Like, that's just one example. So go ahead and write that down now, the guidance or the question you have, or the guidance you'd like to receive. Okay, I'm seeing a couple of questions. Is it possible to have a bad experience? No, you're not going to have a bad experience today. Part of what we're doing today is intending, right? So we're going to hold the intention that we're only going to connect with compassionate, helping spirits. Okay, so I want everyone to hold that intention in their minds, that we're only here to connect with compassionate, helping spirits today. And we're also only going to go to the upper world or the lower world. We're not going to the middle world. Middle world is another place that you can journey to, but it's a more advanced type of journeying. It is where psychopomp work is done, which is working with the dead, people who have passed but haven't crossed over to their final resting place, so they're sort of stuck in the middle world. That's where you can kind of encounter some less pleasant experiences or spirits, but we're not going to go there today, so no worries. Let's see, there was another question. Do we wait until we are in the spirit world to find out what our animal will be? From Lewis. Yes, we're going to wait, right? And so your animal will come to you. After we start the journey, I'll lead you through going to the lower world, if that's where you want to go today. And your animal will appear to you. You'll pick your animal picks you. Okay, so these are great questions. Let me know if you have any more. Okay, so we're talking about the 3 things you need to go on a shamanic journey. One is you need to be in a meditative state, either through drumming, meditation, chanting, plant medicine. Second, you need your intention, which hopefully everybody has set their intention, what they want to get guidance on, or the question they have for their spirit guide. And then 3, we need a starting point in nature. Alright, so when I say we need a starting point in nature, I mean that you're going to use your imagination to recall a place in nature outside somewhere where you've actually been before. Where you can recall a feeling of peacefulness, awe, wonder, a place where you feel good and safe. Okay, so we're going to start somewhere in nature. We're going to start thinking about that. Somewhere you've been before. Okay. Alright. Now, I want to touch a little bit on ways to receive information from your guides. Okay, so when we're in the journey and we're in shamanic consciousness, this meditative state, and you're engaging your imagination to recall this place in nature as a starting point, I'll lead you through how to get to the upper world or the lower world. And once you're there, you're going to use your imagination for this, okay? You're going to visualize. Some people don't visualize that well, and that's okay. You can just think about this place in nature, recall those feelings that you had there. Okay, and then once you're in the upper world or the lower world, and you've called out for a guide, and your guide has appeared, we're going to receive information, right? We're going to say our intention, what we'd like to receive, and then the way that you receive the information can be in various ways. One, visual, right? So some people are very visual. So you may see your guide in your mind's eye. You may see symbols. You might see your guide acting something out. Okay, this is all information for us. Some people are more auditory. So you may not see anything, but you might hear things. You might hear words. You might hear your guide talking to you. You might hear other things. You might hear, it could be anything, the ocean or a fire truck, anything. It could be literally any sound, and that is a symbol that you have to then interpret. Some people are more feeling oriented, okay, so they might get more of a feeling, right? They might just have a feeling in their body, and they know that this is their message based on that feeling. They might feel an emotion, happiness, sadness, something like that. And then some people are more claircognizant, right? We're talking about the clairs here. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance. So some people might just have a knowing, claircognizance. You might just have information during your journey that you know is right and that you didn't have before. So that is claircognizance. There are a few other clairs that are less common. One of them is the sense of smell. One is the sense of taste that some people also experience. So you may experience those. But the key here is just to pay attention to whatever happens after you ask your guide for guidance on whatever question you have today. Just be open and receptive. Stay in that meditative state. Listen. Check in with your body and see what you're feeling. Notice anything visual going on with your eyes closed. You may see images. Just pay attention. Okay? Alright, so let me know if you have any questions about any of that, and we're going to go on our journey here in just about 2 minutes. Okay, I don't see any questions, but let me know if you have any. So we're going to start our journey here very shortly. Okay. Alright, so everyone, I want you to get comfortable in your seat, wherever you are. Hopefully you're in a place where you can sit down and relax. Close your eyes. We journey in the dark. I have this handy blindfold that I use sometimes for journeying because it blocks out the light. You don't have to have one, but it is helpful. You can also just tie something around your eyes if you want to, or just put something over your eyes if you're able to lie down. Alright, so go ahead and get comfortable in your seat, and I'm about to start the journey. If you have any last questions, let me know. Alright, so first I'm going to lead you into a grounding meditation just to help you get into that meditative mindset. We're going to ground to the earth, and then we're going to start our journey. Okay, so remember your question that you have, And you can just relax, you can close your eyes, and I will lead you through the journey. If you do have a question, you can pop it in the comments. There's no reason to be afraid. We're only going to connect with compassionate helping spirits. Okay, and before we started today, I called in the ancestors, the spirits from the 4 directions, and I set my sacred space. There is another video on setting sacred space on this page, this groups that you can find in the featured videos. So yeah, you're safe. There's no reason to worry. I know some people before have asked about the lower world, if it's related to hell, and the answer is no. It is not. It is not hell. It is the lower world in the shamanic tradition where the animal spirits reside, and there's nothing scary about it. So just know that you're safe, and know that you're going to be protected. We have the animal ancestors here. I mean the ancestors of the land, the ancestors, my ancestors here. I invite you to call in your own ancestor spirits, your own spirit guides today. And okay, here we go. So closing your eyes, getting comfortable in your chair. We'll journey for about 10 minutes, okay, and then we'll or so, and then we'll come back and I'll answer any questions you have. So go ahead and get comfortable and close your eyes. Take some deep breaths. Breathing fully into your belly, and you're filling up your chest. Really deep breaths, because this connects the mind and the body. Breathing deeply and holding it at the top for a few seconds. And fully releasing. Now bring your attention to your body. Just noticing any areas that might need adjusting. You can roll your shoulders, move your neck. Really grounding into your seat, feeling fully supported in your chair. Bring your awareness down to your root chakra, which is down around your pelvic area and the base of your spine. And notice here that there's an energetic cord that extends out from the base of your spine. This is the cord that connects you to Mother Earth. In your mind's eye, see that cord going down into the floorboards or the ground underneath you. Just going down, effortlessly descending through the crust of the earth, going down, passing through rock and mineral, descending down further through underground lakes and crystal caves. Just notice as this cord goes down further and further into the earth. And now see in your mind's eye a ball of energy at the very center of the earth. See this ball of energy in your mind's eye. And notice now that this energetic cord of yours has roots. And allow those roots to wrap around this ball of energy at the core of the earth. And now just feel that energy as it rises up through your cord, passing back through all of those different layers of crystal and water and rock and mineral, bringing that Mother Earth energy up, back up through the crust of the earth, through the floorboards, and then allow it to enter your body. And now just let it fill your body up and connect you and ground you to Mother Earth. Breathing that energy in, releasing any tension. Feel this beautiful connection to the earth. And now imagine a circle of white light surrounding you, protecting you, knowing that you are safe and grounded. And now we'll start our journey. Call up into your imagination a place in nature where you feel safe, where you feel a sense of awe and beauty. Notice the plants, the animals, the sounds, the smells. Remember what it feels like to be in this place. Remembering to breathe. And now I want you to look for a place in this scene that is a portal either to the upper world or the lower world. So intuitively sense whether you want to go up or down today and look. If you want to go to the lower world, look for some kind of opening in the ground. It could be a body of water. It could be a tree stump. It could be just a hole in the ground. It could be stairs going downwards. If you don't see it, you can just create it, intend it to be there, and it will appear. Similarly, if you want to go upwards to the upper world today, look for an opening in the sky. It could be a hole in the clouds. It could be a tall, tall tree that you climb to get up to the upper world. You can imagine a ladder descending from the sky. So go ahead and find that conduit, that opening, and I want you to move forwards now into that opening, either going up or down. Move forwards, intend that you're going to the upper world or the lower world, and enter that portal. And as you enter this portal, Notice that you're going through a tunnel. And when you enter the upper world or the lower world, you'll feel like a little pop, like you go through a membrane, and then you will be in another place. So once you get to that new place, open your eyes in your mind's eye. We're keeping our eyes closed, but in your mind's eye, look around. What do you see? Look at your feet. What do you feel? What do you see? Do you see sand or grass? Do you see dirt? Do you see water? Just notice what you see. And now I want you to start walking around in this new realm and call out for a guide in your mind. Call out for a guide to come to you and help you today. And wait for your guide to appear. You might look for a place to sit where you can wait. Maybe there's a rock or a patch of grass. Call in your guide. And once your guide has arrived, thank your guide for coming to you and ask your question. Remember not to make it a yes or no question, but ask for something specific, some guidance to help you with your most important issues. And just receive. Allow yourself to receive. Listen. Pay attention. Now, if you haven't found your guide yet, that's okay. You can intend to go up or down another level. So just imagine a ladder appears for you, or a tunnel, or a slide, and just go up. Intend to go up or go down to another level. And just repeat the process. Search here. Call out for your guide and allow them to come to you. Ask your question and receive your answer. And I'm just going to drum a little bit. So if you finish before I finish drumming, just sit quietly with your eyes closed until I come back. Okay, so our journey is coming to an end. It's time now to thank your guides, guide or guides, for the information they've shared with you today. And thank this realm, wherever you are in the upper world or the lower world, for allowing you to come today. And now turn and go back through that portal, that tunnel, the place where you entered this realm. Go back, travel back the same way. Back to that place in nature where you started. Thanking this portal as you arrive back to that place in nature. Now thank this place in nature for assisting you with your journey. And you can open your eyes. Alright, so shake your hands a little bit. Come back to ordinary reality. And shake your body. Wiggle your toes. And let me know in the comments how that went for you. If you connected with the guide, let me know. If you're comfortable sharing what form your guide appeared in, let us know. Did you connect with an animal guide? What kind of animal was it? Did you connect with a human form guide? Let us know that. Or if you had trouble connecting and you really didn't connect with a guide today, that's okay too. Let me know that too. Let me know any questions you have. Ooh, a bird. Lois says she connected with a bird. Beautiful. And did you get a message, Lois? Did you get some guidance that was helpful for you? Raina, I know it's Raina, but it says Lois. Did you get some guidance today that was helpful? Did anybody get some guidance today that was helpful for them? I hope so. That's what this is all about, is helping you learn how to connect with spirit on your own. And I want you to know that this is a learned skill. Okay, it's very possible that you didn't get anything today, and that is perfectly fine. A lot of people don't get anything the first time, and that is really okay. This is a learned skill. It gets better and easier with practice. The more you do it, the easier it gets. It's similar to meditation. It's really a type of meditation. So if you're a practiced meditator, maybe it was easier for you. Maybe not. But just know that you can practice. You can do this anytime at home on your own. There are drumming tracks available for free on let's see, Insight Timer is a really great app and website where you can get lots of free music, including Shamanic Journey tracks, drumming like I was drumming before. You can do those. I recommend starting with the shorter times on there. As you gain proficiency, you can go longer if you want to. But this is something you can do for yourself. You can actually also gain healing, not just guidance and information, but also healing from your guides and non-ordinary reality. So let's see what people said. Lois did get a message. Great. Autumn says she thinks she got a message. Great. Anita says there was a flash of writing and a name. I'll have to think about The guidance. Yes. Yes, Anita. So, yeah, those are symbols. So sometimes we have to interpret these messages. Sometimes the messages aren't initially clear. So you have to go back and think about what your intention was, what your question was, and interpret that answer. It can help to write it out and keep a journal. Dawn says, I saw a horse, but thought I was just imagining it. Went to another level, horse appeared again. Didn't get any guidance. Okay, well, you saw a horse. Wonderful. So I would assume that that horse is your the spirit animal teacher that was there to help you. So I would encourage you to go back, Dawn, and do this again, and intend to connect again with the horse, and see if you get messages. You know, use all your senses: listening, seeing, knowing, feeling, and see what you get. And it will feel like you're using your imagination, and that's okay. You will learn to distinguish between your imagination and spirit as you go. Let's see what else people said. Really got into it, cut off my lights. Awesome. Wonderful. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So thank you guys so much. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I am going to repeat this 2 more times next Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern, and the following Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern. So I'll try to have some new material. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if it was helpful. And if you'd like to do it again, you're welcome to come and join us. So thanks so much, and have a great day.